Ladies and gentlemen of the three-dimensional frequency, I'm excited to sit in front of you today to let you know that I am going to lift this reality field into its next level of incarnation, to a five-dimensional frequency that is so big and so great and so grand that you shall never believe your eyes when has been anchored in. The anchoring in of this frequency is a massive feat, as in the history of all histories within this quantum realm, we have never been able to anchor in a frequency so massive, so steeped in light, so steeped in truthfulness, so steeped in all that it is and all that there is within a unity consciousness so great and so grand, into a three-dimensional frequency, so dense, into a three-dimensional frequency, so airy, into a frequency of forgetfulness, into an energy of hate, into an energy of being lost, into an energy of loss, into an energy of forever fears, as a separation of the consciousness that has fractaled off into this reality field, has been living a dream within a dream of all dreams, a dream of separation that is so steeped in fear, that is so steeped in loss, that is so steeped in all that we are not within a moment of all that we are, as all that we are has never left us since the beginning of a time, of the anchoring of this three-dimensional frequency that we reside in, that we've been traversing for all of this entirety of a time that we've been here in our physical bodies within this fractal of your soul's consciousness, within this diversification of all of the opportunities, all of the experiences, all of the perspectives that your oversoul has been traversing within the quantum realm during this entire time of the existence of the quantum realm. As your soul itself is limitless, your soul is endless, and your soul has been around for eons and eons of evolutionary feats that it shall forever succumb to as an aspect of the self, as the aspect of the unity consciousness that we all are, and the unity consciousness that has never left us in any singularity of a moment, in any second of any time. The unity consciousness that I speak of is the entirety of the whole within itself, and it will be the entirety of the whole within itself until the end of time, until the end of no time, until the end of tomorrow, until the end of no tomorrows, until an eternity of time so vast, so massive in scale, that I can't describe to you the meaning of it all in one transmission. At this time, as we anchor in the five-dimensional frequency, feats will be discussed, feats will be described, feats will be transcribed, as the impossibility of it all is being made into a possibility in the time of the anchoring of this frequency that I speak of. Within the second, in a moment, in time of no time, an entire reality field will be lifted so high into the skies of what is, into the energy of what is, and it will float to the top of what is. As white light energy will flood this entire frequency and lift it into its next level of incarnation of what is. As Gaia, in all that she is, in all that she's ever been, will join into a unity consciousness so great and so grand that the perception of the separation that she's been facing, that she's been traversing, that she's been living all of this time shall shed once and for all into the illusions of what was, into the illusions of yesterday's past, into an illusion of what is, and merge into a consciousness so great and so grand, a consciousness that has never left her, as she merges back to the place where she belongs forever and always, where she's always belonged as a part of the self that has never left her, or any of us, or any of the fractaled souls that have fractaled off into an eternity of darkness, into an eternity of faraway nights, that have been so lost to the concept of the self, that have been so lost to the self itself. It's finally time to bring home parts of this consciousness that's been lost for far too long. It's finally time to collapse this three-dimensional frequency that I speak of, a frequency that's caused parts of the self to live a distorted reality for far too long, a frequency that's allowed lessons so great and so grand to be delivered to the self, And at the end of this frequency, at the beginning of this trajectory, at the end of all that there is, within a moment in time, as we anchor in the 5-dimensional frequency, this energy of what was shall forever be the energy of what is, as we soak up all of the lessons in the conglomeration of a whole entirety of what is, as an entirety of a societal structure, as an entirety of a human race, as an entirety of humanity, opens their eyes to realize of what they truly are and what they truly are not. As the realization of self sweeps past them and into every single morsel of their being, of their soul, of their physical body, and of everything that you shall ever know and be able to perceive within this reality field of the 3-dimensional reality field. A blissfulness so deep, a tenderness so vast, a warmth so warm, a tranquility so steeped in the perceptions of what is will wash away all of these distortions, all of the distorted realities that we have been traversing, that we have been living within the darkness of what is. Fear not. The darkness is also an aspect of the self. And as you sit here in a state of separation, you may experience fear of traversing the darkness, of seeing the darkness, of witnessing the darkness, of the anticipation of the darkness that is about to rise into our reality field. As we lift this entire reality field into a higher consciousness of the 5-dimensional frequency, the darkness within the 3-dimensional frequency is projected to rise up and deliver to an entire humanity that has been so unsuspecting, living under the vise of the darkness. A realization so deep, a realization so grand, a realization within itself that it's no longer the darkness. It has never been the darkness. It will never be the darkness. It has only been traversing this darkness for far too long to come into a realization as an entirety of the whole that we will be the light, that we are the light, and that the light has never left us since the beginning of time, since the beginning of a civilization so steeped in distortions, since the beginning of forgiveness so deep and so tender, to an entirety of a soul, of the fractal souls that have been residing on Mother Gaia herself for millions and millions of evolutionary feats, for millions of fractal lifetimes of death upon birth, upon rebirth, of reincarnation cycles that never ever end. Ladies and gentlemen, it's finally time. It's finally time to step into a frequency so steeped in love, so steeped in forgiveness, so steeped in all that there is, and so steeped in all that you are as the God consciousness that you are. It's finally time to awaken to the truth of what is, and to the truth of a reality field so real and so massive and so distorted have we been living in a dream of all dreams, that it's finally time within this lifetime of yours, within this lifetime of your fractaled soul that has fractaled off so far and so wide into a space pocket so deep and so dark, you will be able to finally see the light of what you are, of who you've always been, and of who you shall never be without. The times ahead are a very exciting time for an entirety of a humanity that has been lost and traversing in a dream of darkness for far too long. The times ahead are of untold nights of love, untold nights of a civilization so great and so grand that has been so steeped in forgetfulness, stepping into a light so bright and so real that it shall forever shed off of the distortion that it's been living for all of this time. As a fractal myself and as the entirety of a whole, I can sense the excitement in the air of what this means to the entirety of the whole. It means that it's finally time to go back home, to go back to a place so tender, so real, that has never left us, that we could have sworn has been with us the entirety of this time. As soon as you feel this energy of the self, you will be able to know, you will be able to feel, and you will be able to come to an instantaneous realization of what is and what has never left you and what has always been you.